Hi, I'm Iris, and welcome back to another episode of Shadows Over Loathing, where, I think we were just wandering around, but apparently these things only apply if we did certain majors, and then these two things only apply if we did certain majors, so we basically soft-locked ourselves out of these things, but it's fine. We'll just go to the Big Moist. I don't even... Oh! There was a solution to Mudhenge. I barely figured it out, though, but that's where we're basically at now. A portly man in a white linen suit, sitting in a wicker chair in a flat-bottomed boat, is being fanned by two large bats as he pulls his craft through the murky swamp water. I say, pardon me, youngster, but might I prevail upon you to lend me some navigatory assistance? I consider myself a man with a sense of direction, but I must admit this bayou has got me turned right around. Well, to start with, you're way too far west to call the swamp a bayou. Well, no, I may just be a simple country Dracula, but I thought I could tell the difference between the bayou and some damned Yankee swamp. If I really missed Louisville by that much, I'm afraid so. By more than 800 miles as the bat flies. Well, tarnation. I'll never make it to the Derby at this rate. And I was just so looking for that mint julep. Reckon I'll just make do with a... Is your name Mary by any chance? No, it's Gary. A bloody Gary. Well, any port in a storm, as the poet said. Oh, why is give him directions grayed out, but it's the same, but help him out is the same mysticality? Okay, I'm gonna help him out. How about, instead of drinking me, you let me put a couple navigation velocity spells in your boat? You could still make it to the Derby in time for last call. Well now, friend, if you can accomplish that, I'd be right indebted to you. You cast a charm on his boat to create a strong water current beneath it, and he zips away with a yee-haw. Navigation spells, on the other hand, are clearly not your thing, and anyway, you haven't got any idea on how to get to Kentucky from here. I'll probably be less of a problem for him than the fact that he's now traveling on running water, though. Okay, 18 XP, I'll take it. So, gosh, I don't even... So apparently, if we're going in the right direction, there's like fireflies and shit. So it's northwest. You know what? Fuck it. I'm looking it up. I don't care anymore. That's south. And then it's west-north. And then, yeah. We can tell we're getting closer because there's like fireflies around and shit. Also, apparently there's like sound cues. And then south. And then east. And then north. East. And then northeast. No. Which one is northeast east? I don't understand. South. West north. South. And then east. South. East. Shit, which one are we on? I think we just came out of a south. So we'll go east, and then, well, I think oh god, there's an alligator. Hello? Stop! Shit, I don't even know. Alright, I wrote it down, so now I won't be as confused. So, first, I go west-north. Then we go south. Then we go west-north again. Then we go south. And then east. Then south. And then east again. Then northeast east. And then northeast. There we go. Cool. And now there's some weird shit going on that I don't understand. Okay, I'm going to take this off, and I'm going to take off my clothes. So we'll be naked. Hopefully if we have our weapon, it doesn't count. In the heart of the henge, 4 new druids flock around the altar in unchoreographed ritual. They see you and smile, as your nudity clearly indicates your desire to frolic with them in the mud. Now we're frolicking. Well, as they say, when in nude Rome, do as the nude Romans do. Who said that again? It might have been Caesar in his dying moments to nude Brutus. You awake, alone, from a narcotic fog with a vegetal sense memory of having stabbed and eaten mud. Let's not tell anyone about this. Let's tell a lot of people about this. I ate mud naked. At last, the non-literal being of Mudhenge. As you draw near, the needle in your compass spins wildly. Of course, it's as the guide outside told you, a compass placed upon this altar that will point towards secret west, where lies that thing your heart most desires. Which makes this place far, far superior to Stonehenge, where the most that'll happen to your compass is that a badger might eat it. Let's put the compass on the altar. There's the question, of course, of what exactly your heart does desire most. What are you hoping to find here in the endless gloom of this mud and henge? Trials, of course, trials I get, meat please and lots of it. Honestly, just mud, all the above. You place the compass on the altar, but the needle doesn't move. Maybe the desires of your heart are too complicated for the altar to parse? We'll find Charles. Just Charles, then. The needle spins smoothly clockwise until it doesn't. Seized by queer magnetic force, the tremulous needle twitches violently between the cardinal and non-ecclesiastical directions. It's a horrible, upsetting sight. It feels like a mercy kindling when, with a gasp of an inexplicable breath, the needle falls still, its head pointing towards the west-north arch. Was that supposed to happen? Nobody even knows what the mud hedge was built for in the first place. Let's get out of here then. Damn. Okay, west-north. Well, this is quite another henge altogether. The mists of Mudhenge have parted, and you now stand before the great husk of an antebellum riverboat, grounded upon the swampy shore. We've unlocked the wreck of the longerfellow. The needle of your compass bends its neck to point urgently towards the boat's top deck. You don't know how a compass needle can contort itself like that, but it's very unpleasant to watch. Mudhenge must have brought you here for a purpose. Charles is here, forged ahead of great purpose. Another one of those Gatorman campsites. Maybe the ones who kidnapped Charles came this way? This campsite is similar to the previous one. A lot of Gatorman tracks and a lot of discarded trash. These Gatormen sure are slobs. You also find a 15th out of 16 combination wrench labeled CW. Looks like you're on the right track at least. We got Charles' other wrench. He dropped this wrench as a clue to help you find him. Ray learned everything you're gonna learn from this. What's this? The wheel on this boat is run aground. The boat is named for the younger brother of the poet Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. Under this thing, that was probably once a bookcase, you noticed a crawdad has shut up camp and gathered a horde of shiny pebbles and is guarding vigorously. A regular shellfish. Maybe this debris fell from the wreck of the boat, but perhaps not. We got crusty roll. It's a good kind of crust, the expensive kind. One man's trash is another's crusty roll, to quote Shakespeare, if you believe he even wrote those plays. Oh my god, yeah, because there's... It's fine for nature to reclaim the shipwreck, but this planet doesn't have to look so happy about it. Fight for your right to make metal stuff. What's this? The rungs of a ladder are carved directly in the hull. Counting the rungs is an accurate means of determining the age of the boat. Main deck. Time, oh, your life. The door is marked by a combination lock, and the desperate scratches of beasts unable to operate the combination lock. Try the combination lock. 6 spaces, which means only 6 possible combinations. No, the only lock for which 000 is the combination is the original lock, the your lock, God's lock. Try again. Well, I don't know the combination. 5, 6? No, that's not it. I don't... A great wind wheel in the final stage of wheel death. Upon its spokes, you can make out a message scrawled in blood or red mud. Dan, Dan, we are all broke upon thine wheels. What does that say? No? Okay. The refreshments card has been scavenged of all nourishment, save a pepper menu, which you should not eat. Browse the menu. A fine luncheon upon the board the Riverboat Longerfellow, Friday, June 3rd, 1927. Hors d'oeuvre, saffron crab on a cracker, seasoned crab dig, May is, what? Seasoned crab digs, crab under napkin, chicken a la crab, leaf dressed crab with salad, crab cream, eat the menu. Not even the distressed passenger of the doomed Longerfellow resorted to that. Eat it, though. The wrecking of a ship exerts a dreadful psychological toil on all those poor souls trapped aboard, and none can understand their especial torment except by experiencing it, but you've come pretty close, you think, by wandering on board well after the fact and munching on the menu. 3 XP. Hello? Low time out. The speaker, faulty, still broadcasts, but the transmission is unintelligible. Make it work. It's not that easy. The food inside the speaker's casing has succumbed to swamp necrosis. That's a real issue for these wind riverboats, especially when they crash into swamps. Make it work. You discard the necrotic fuse and swap in a new one. With the placement fuse snug in its new bed, the transmission of which you had caught only garbled fragments now makes itself clear. And that be it? Have you finally fixed that infernal machine? Will you nod once if you can hear me? Nod once. You nod as directed. Praise be to the seas and the creatures in these. Fine work, landlubber. Do you mind if I call you landlubber? Shake your head no. You shake your head vigorously in disagreement. No, you don't want me to call you that? Then novice seaman it must be then, till we can make the proper introductions. Speaking of which, this is Captain Dan of the Riverboat Longerfellow, and gives me no pleasure to report that mine vessel has run aground here in this fiendish and soggy fen I call Davy's Swamp's Locker. We few survivors be trapped up in the wheelhouse. How does he know where you are? Who? You shrug in a very general way. Wondering about all this, are ye? Well, the Longerfellow was a pleasure paddler. We paddled the east coast and showed the passengers the charm of their lives. This our sail, a sparkling black cloud, otherworldly it was, hurled us off course and into this violent bog. Pleasure paddle fast turned into pain paddles. Our vessel were overrun by creatures and nasties. Only 5 souls and mine remain of the voyage, trapped up here in the wheelhouse for, well, for how long only the boat gods know. 5 souls. Were Charles among them? When did he find the time for a riverboat cruise? Though mine, you attempt to capture the essence of Charles. Never was one for charades, novice seaman, but if I'm understanding you correctly, the answer is no. A jellyfish will not have sex before marriage. Nothing for it. You have to press on. Or not, you know. You could stop all this right now and go do something else. Grad school, now that's an idea. The wheelhouse? You make the shapes of wheel in a house with your hands and then shrug. Know ye the parts of a boat, novice seaman? 2 levels above ye be the main deck, and there you'll find the captain's wheel. Not in a boat, may be higher than the captain. How does he know where you are? You glance. Oh, the captain. How does he know where I am? You glance around the boat for any signs of this captain. If ye wondering how I know ye abroad, novice seaman, I have me bendy telescope to thank. Not much for us to do trapped up in the wheelhouse, but hold the bendy telescope and look through the bendy telescope. Can you help? You mind the handing out of mail and packages. That's what you do. You're a helpful person. You didn't ask for this, I know, and you must feel like the unluckiest novice seaman in the world, but there be 5 innocent souls in the wheelhouse with me, blocked by broken pipes spewing scalding hot steam. Will you help us? Say no more. I ask that ye enter the most private of boat parts, the hole, where the wildlife has done defilement most foul to our steam pipes. Funny it be not that the same steam that gave life to this boat also took it from most of the passengers. I think we are only beginning to understand the nature and whims of steam, but that be a mystery for another day. Not again. The code to the whole door be the birthday of the Longerfellow, January 4th, 1845. But there be a catch, and I am talking about what we used to haul up for Friday lunch, crabs and stuff. We don't use standard or international date formats on our locks. Won't be caught dead doing that. No, we use maritime basic. Year, month, day. What? You'll figure it out, novice seaman, I be sure. I have to say the code again. You need make yourself look confused. Need the code again? There'd be no shame in that. January 14th, 4th, 1845 be the code. Remember, we use the maritime basic format here. Oh, sorry. 4, 5. I'm writing this down. I need to write things down for this damn game. Because I'm really confused. Okay. 45. 0. 0. 1, 4? I don't know. Longer Adan Pass. On the other side of this now functioning speaker, Captain Dan, steward of the Longfellow, awaits a report. A sailor can dream of no greater horror than the smushed prow. Okay. Can I go up here? Whoa there, that's hot enough to steam a car. You wouldn't steam a car. Don't steam yourself. I'm steam proof. 20 hot armor. Okay, Why am I only have one book? Wait. Why do I only have one book? Okay, that was weird. Oh, let me put my things back on. Also, let me grab... Who the fuck's dog is that? I'm gonna grab my, things. Familiars. Helps you help yourself in combat. Ciabatta pants, rubber boots. I'm gonna grab Gabby really quickly. Also, if I do the mud henge again, I think I do something. You've accidentally walked right into a huge swarm of gnats and flies, and they're buzzing super loud, and actually, they've got a pretty good beat going. Are those tiny musical instruments? Is that a locust with a fiddle? What is even going on? Let's join them. You swing your hips and give the swarm a little of the old soft shoe and a jaunty whistle. The insects are super into it, despite the fact that you kill some of them every time you clap your hands, and when the show eventually winds to close, they leave you a tip as they buzz away. 21 meat. Fuck yeah. Hey, hi, found you. Hi, Gabby. I'm going through this shit again. Hold on. Because... Oh. What? Oh. I thought if we solved the puzzle second time, we would get something. Rats, you make Jacob solution. We have already done this. Oh. Well, I can't go through any of them. Hey. Did you find me? Okay. It only goes to the Longfellow, I guess. Damn it. Okay. Well, let's just go to the riverboat together. You take a wrong turn, instead of ending up where you want to be, you end up at the Monster Shack. You know it's the Monster Shack because of the big sign of it on it that says Monster Shack. I'm gonna keep going where we were going. I'm glad we're unlocking more locations, though. Okay. Can I fight this thing? Oh. What? Glittering prize has lured these rubber-necking stink bugs and beasts' gloomy ruin. Holler at them. Beat it, bugs. All peaceful efforts have failed. Battle stations. I'll keep thinking. Okay, we have to fight. 10 poison? Do you smell that? I'm putting the bees on fire. Oh, weed-based vampirism. Sleaze damage to 5 different enemies at random. You're not on fire. 22. Oh my god. Do 7 stench damage to you. Yoink. And then do more sleaze damage. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just really tired. So you plan to do Gabby. Feature me. Gabby. Get out. Breathe deeply of my power. Abraca-Swiss. Well, at least future self is good at this. The chastened bugs abandoned the trunk for new adventures. We got swamp honey, a sticky glob of honey made from the pollen of fetid swamp flora. Good luck to all bugs. Now, what was in here that so intrigued those bugs? You gained 12 meat. A little bit of meat, and, well, you look at that. Nobody tells me what to look at. Look at it. Only other thing in the trunk is a magazine about model trains. Those bugs got their little bite marks all over its pages. Funny. Those creatures may look different, but they like a model train just same as you. That's not what I like. Yes, something to think about next time I play with my trains. Aww. Nothing left in there but an old model train magazine falling apart like misglued couplings on Mecklenburg T4. Coast at some other beach now. Rocks? It's fine for nature to reclaim the shipwreck, but this planet doesn't have to look so happy about it. Fight for your rate to make me look fine. 40? Jesus. Okay, I'll put you on fire. Burn! Burn! How much moxie do you have? Yeah, I'm gonna reduce it. Are we overpowered? Maybe. Just a little bit. Now there'll be no more of nature's gloating over the death of the boat, and rightly so. Okay, now... extra combat item per round. What are we even working on? I think we're still on the media expertise. 150? There's still more? Oh my gosh. Okay. We'll try going here. So, it's... oh, we have to do it manually. 4, I think. 5, 0, 0, 1, 4. That did it. Released from the door, the lock dissolves into swamp spores and floats away on the swamp breeze. We got 5 XP. Descend. Hello. A large crate labeled inflatable water slide. There's a handwritten message scratched into the wood. Don't tell the guests about the water slide. I don't care if they're expecting the time of their lives. 5 hours of pain and suffering to put it together, and they only use it once. Below that, another message. We're going to die on this boat. Oh god, there's a shadow orb. Hello. Weird shadow pocket or pouch or something. We place the jaws of the pliers around the little hole and rush them closed, or apply them closed, I guess? Oh god, there's more bugs. A lone needle governs this gauge. Its machinations its own. The gauge has no controls and nothing that can be used. Just hit it. Hit it again. Oh. I don't know if that did it. They're mining their own bug's nest. Make trouble. Oh god. I've been poisoned. Do you smell that? I'm gonna unleash all of them. Fire. 14, 14, 19, 22. Ignoring armor? Jesus. I'm gonna do 7 stench damage to you. Stench damage to you. Stench damage to you. And 1 stench damage. Poisoning, physical damage, ignoring armor. You're gonna poison me, so I'm just gonna blast you. Oh, I could have healed myself. My bad. I forgot about that. Yoink. Okay. I think we can just... Yeah. Wonderful. The bugs bug out of being alive. Move on. Laundry facilities, including this hand-operated washing machine, are kept well below deck. Guests don't want to see if the sausage is washed. A tiara in a washing machine? Chaos truly did befall this voyage. Unglorious tiara, fit for disgrace. I want to wear the tiara, but oh, it's only one physical armor. This must have belonged to the ship's cabinet boy. But you got a classic pair of deckhand's pants. What a deckhand wears on their deck legs. You can't wear them because you have regular legs. You wonder if there's a deckhand running around without their pants, but given the state of this boat, it's far more likely they are dead. A note is taped up inside the cabinet. A sailor's Poseidos and Poseidons. Poseido, remember your date format. Standard, month, day, year, local. Oh my god. Month, day, year, day, radio. Oh my god. International. Maritime basic, maritime plus, maritime basic reversed, maritime minus, deckhand basic, and there's a second page, maritime humor. What's a pirate's best part of the boat? The starboard. What's a sailor's favorite joke? Land. Leave us all alone. Okay, I don't know if we got it on the right spot. Oh. Give this part of the boat a wide berth while it's being steamed. That's Captain Dan. Wait, what? What news, novice seaman? Just through the block of steam. You endeavor to direct the captain's telescopic gaze to the absence of steam, preventing your passage upstairs. Fine work, steam finisher. I'd like to shake your hand, which is customary of its steam. Be at your top deck. At the top deck. Okay. Path up is steamless. The removal of the combination locks marks a victory in the war between mankind and Door. Wait, what's this over here? Oh, it's the thing. Upstairs. A confession, friend. Rarely would I put me trust in a novice seaman, but to come this far, you've proved that ye have the true heart of a sailor. Nod. I'm afraid I must tell you that we have a new problem. Ye may have dealt with the steam pipes, except now we be locked in the wheelhouse. Expect you find the door key in the crow's nest. You know how crows be. You do know how crows be. Wait, what? You don't know anything about crows. You nod knowingly. Now please, hurry. Some of the passengers in here be getting hungry. I don't mean for a nibble in the bendy telescope. What's this? Leaving unattended bags on deck. Now, is that Poseidon or Poseidon? Poseidon. Indeed it is. We'll make a sailor of you yet, novice seaman. Search the bag. They found a naval battery. Cool. I almost clicked the wrong buttons. Oh my god. A beastly crow eyes you with avian bloodlust. Ooh, bathrooms. Lights an unopened bag, a blank canvas, a fresh sheet of snow, a beautiful morning, endless possibility. Oh, it's just a cold meat. Probably in some alternate universe, the bag was filled with a fabulous treasure. The handwritten sign on the barrel reads, Boast End C.C. David. A brackish soup burbles in the bottom of the barrel. The remains of the David grim and foul-smelling. Take anything useful 6-inch armor. Don't I have it? Where's my boo soap handkerchief? There's a little solid left in this liquidated boo sun, but this crisp cap has kept its shape. We got a sailor's cap. Tucked in its brim is a soggy telegram which slips the hat from the hat into the goop. 'Tis a cap docked by sailor and all manners of mermaids and mermen. Read it. The telegram reads, Mr. H. Longerfellow, Longerfellow Riverboat. Company, stop. Hope you will stop. Requesting permission to mutiny. Stop. Captain ordering ship in a storm. Stop. Says passengers will love it. Stop. Crew plans to mutiny anyway. Just hope you not be mad with us. Stop. What? I don't understand. I think the something mutiny. 3 outhouses, all in like indignity, i.e. below average. A note on the side of the structure says, the standard combination doesn't work. Did deckhand Pat luck these up again? You don't need to use an outhouse right now, which is fortunate as the 2 unlocked doors contain not toilets but rock skeletons. The 3rd door is locked. Examine it. You run your hands lightly across the roof and can make out a carpenter's mark. The initials VH. Either that stands for Valley Hardware or Versatile Hog. If you haven't met the Versatile Hog yet, you don't want any part of that. You don't want any part of that at all. Open the lock. Like a 2-legged spider, this lock has 6 spaces. Shit. Lock shakes, it didn't like that. Is this a bag over here? This dirty bag dishonors the deck. Nothing of value. Only a scrap of a handwritten letter. The rest of the paper having succumbed to swamp atrophy. But having said that, Martha, the boat has taken a sharp and sickening turn into a black and shimmering tear in the sky itself, and I fear we are heading for land with unsafe speed. Grateful if you call your father and rescue me from this impending unpleasantness. I will get this letter away to you promptly. I'm sure that swamps have mailboxes. A beastly crow. Yeah, hello. Hello, sir. We have to fight it, I guess. Revel in my Malodor. Okay. You're gonna go on fire. You... 13 bleeding? Jesus. This deck is now a no-crow zone. We got Jaunty Feather. It was cocked at a rakish angle, even when it was still on the bird. Had +3 range damage to your hat. Excelsior. Cool. Don't I have more books? Can I please? Please. Jesus. These stairs lead to the... These stairs lead to the top deck, where normally only those passengers who have lived a virtuous life can ascend. Head up. Oh god, there's another crow. There's no way of knowing how far the crow hole is going. Reach inside the crow's hole. We got a longerfellow ring. Oh god! A ring of this longerfellow ship makes you longer? A ring to promote in conjunction with regular exercise and a balanced diet, the longing of a fellow? Wait. What do you mean makes me longer? I look normal. Wait, can I see the difference? Okay, so we go up to this fence thing right here. Oh, I guess we're slightly longer. Is that... I don't know if that means anything to us, though. You always hear about the crow's nest on a boat, that in the crow's hole. Reach inside the crow's hole. We got crow bullion. A bar of gold engraved with the head of a stately crow. Crows use this for money. Just sell this. Crow currency. Still using the gold standard, bless their hearts, while your government is fast moving to a flat meat system. A maze of twisty little crow holes. Reach inside the crow's hole. We got wheelhouse key. Not the shiniest key you've ever seen, but by crow standards, it's alright. It's a key and looks long enough to unlock the doors of the longerfellow. Hello, there's a bunch of you now. The giant and ghoulish crow asserts unchallenged dominion over the boat's top deck, and he rules not through love, but fear. For what is scarier than a crow? Me, I am. What's that? A human? Outscare a crow? If you figure out a way to do it, then let the rest of us know, would you? For you to be the first in the history of the world. Flex your arms menacingly, turn your eyes terrifying, and invent avian obscenities. This would be easy for me, but I don't feel like doing it right now. I'm gonna invent avian obscenities. The crow pales like a dolphin at the guillotine and scurries as fast as its giant's wings can flap. Allons. Ooh, a little table. Another crow has made its home on the deck in response to your flagrant rummaging of its crow holes. Oh, I'm gonna scare him to death. Okay, that's one scarecrow scared off, but two? Not even an actual scarecrow could manage that. I'm gonna turn invisible encyclopedia in half. The crow's dark feathers run white, and with the last vestiges of his strength, he abandons the deck and communal nest. Hooray! Strange marks mar the tiny table surface. Faint impressions of words are left in the wood, as if someone wrote a letter at this table, without first putting something beneath the paper, which is very rude to do. The table's not yours. And though the new and very serious captain has not even met us yet, he has already made a big stink about my having one beer while we were on charter. I have half a mind to jump ship and take this little table with me, because I own it, so it's fine for me to write here about anything, between the paper and the surface. This one looks pretty clever, but the first crow was deepest. Shatter his mind. Word of a tricksy crow frightener spreading fast along the boat. Soon the myth itself will evolve its own life and thoughts, flower like a god. The crow staggers overboard, grasping at his last scraps of sanity. Like a sudden tear in a bathing suit. This power of yours, it's one to be used responsibly. Okay, no it's not. Hello. This crow's in a 5-way tie for the biggest bird you've ever seen. Fright the bird. The whole swamp is now fertilized and hatches with talk of the traveler who gobbles up the courage of crows like so much country stew. So mythic is this figure, nobody would believe you, a mortal, are they? Unless you show them. Open the third eye in your bicep. Actions, not words. Flex your tongue with malice. Let your eyes do the talking. Open your eye mouth. The first farmer to stick a scarecrow in his wheat fields was never really satisfied with his creation. Sure, it worked, but it didn't look like what he'd seen in his mind. The thing he saw those thousands of years ago was you, in this moment. You are the scarecrow. You have always been the scarecrow. Yes, yes, but I don't want to be a scarecrow. Yes. I'm gonna read the table. No marks on this table surface. If anyone used this to write, they put something underneath the paper, which is commendable etiquette, but not helpful to your reconstruction of the historical record. A mount for binoculars, though with the binoculars missing, the opportunities for sightseeing are minimal. Also, you're in a swamp. Look through the mount anyway. A few feet out from the riverboat's carcass, a frog is fighting off a heron with a whip. Rarely are you afforded such a close-up view of nature. Footsteps on the deck. Be it ye, not salesmen. Hurrah, sailors, hallelujah. Still can't see you, I'm afraid. As a skeleton hiding in the apple barrel, bobbing along with the apple skeletons. Hello. Hi. Alas, the wheelhouse. Your compass is going wild. Charles must be inside. Knock. Crow's got the key. Novice seaman had a spare in here. But we ate it one day to stave off cannibalism. Well, I have the key. Click-clack. The wheelhouse key has come wheel home. Go inside. Oh. The creaks reach your ears before the creaker your eyes. What? Suspended from the ceiling, this boxy thing, given motion, lurches left, right, and down, straying at the springs grafted to its back. There's no ship's captain, no passengers, no Charles. This automaton, this creature, is the only living thing in the wheelhouse, if you call that living. Who are you? A novice seaman in me wheelhouse. 'Tis the day, the most dreaded by every sailor, a worse fate than even a chomping by the chitness speak of frightful Scylla. I can only guess that this boat's being on land has imbued ye with the extra powers allowing ye to make this far. You're Captain Dan? Aye, though the crew would joke my full name ought to be Dangerous Machine, but that is only a joke. I go by Danning Machine, which in turn is short for Dangerousy Machine. What's going on here? I'm afraid you've been a passenger on me riverboat ruse. Weren't me that needs saving from the steam, the crows and the bugs, but ye that need killing by them? What have you done, Dan? A machine I be, novice seaman, made to follow instructions. Me instructions were to captain this riverboat and show all those aboard the time of their lives. The time of their lives, you see. Time, meaning beginning, middle, and end. To fulfill me task to his letters, I had no choice but to ram the riverboat into a monstrous swamp and terminate every living soul aboard. Right, some questions. Water away. That's how we say fire away at sea. Oh, he was gonna try and kill me? Was my friend Charles ever here? Here? A landman in my wheelhouse? Never. I wonder why Mudhenge sent me then. Mudhenge? You'd be thinking of Stonehenge, novice seaman? Why'd you have to try and kill me? I'm not a passenger. Aye, you'd be alright for a novice seaman, har har. Only teasing, but me instructions require me to show all aboard the time of their life, so once ye boarded the craft, ye became me responsibility. Really, I'd say you have quibbles with the writers of me instructions and not with me. So you'll just kill everyone who comes across this boat? Can't promise it yet, but yar, I'll give it the old college try. Old water college, that is. I'm starting to doubt your command of nautical knowledge. Doubt ye command, do you? Mutinous talk, shut your land lips. Your logic is a little strained. Your whispering land lies, lubber. What you believe to be a faulty reasoning is mere misfires in your rotting brain. To me, a perfectly correct creature of logic and a modern sailor to boot, what I've done as captain be not just logical, but very, very good and smart. You know, you've misinterpreted time of your life. Misinterpret? The only miss I know, novice seaman, is that he powerful mistress we sailors call the ocean. I be a sailor, you know. If you were a sailor, you know your beside do's and beside don'ts. Aye, what of it? I hardly need a lecture on me Poseidos from a land leech. Killing your passengers and crew is, to me, a big Poseidont. Captain Dan dingles uncomfortably from his rod graphs. Did you think about that? Even I, a novice seaman, know that. Captain Dan's wooden noggin starts to spin like an owl on a merry-go-round. Your failure as a sailor, Captain Dan. Do you know less about the sea than a novice seaman? Captain Dan's limbs spin and spin, threatening to overheat, until instead he whimpers into non-existence. He feared you the most, Gary, and always did. For all his faults of logic, he fancied himself a sailor to his wooden bones. And it is a tenet of nautical prophecy that the only thing that can kill a sailor is a warrior from the land. You got 20 XP? Okay. Search about? Oh. We just killed this man. It wasn't all a lie, though. The bendy telescope was real. We got bendy telescope. Your enemies will never see it coming. Getting knocked on the noggin with a bendy telescope. Not even if they had access to their own bendy telescope. You leave Dan shattered into wormwood food, his anchor laying in automaton hell. No longer shall he menace land or sea, and this little patch of swampland is safe once again, if not especially desirable to visit or live. Good riddance. I hope you had the time of your life. It's my riverboat now, buddy boy. A sea captain can only survive so long on land. Your compass needle oscillates violently in the presence of this console. Turn off the console. Just like that, the needle reverts to its normal function, pointing west. So Charles was never here? Just some electrical interference confusing your compass? This would never happen at Stonehenge. Oh look, it's a hunk of junk that spoiled your visit to Mudhenge. The ship's radio still broadcasts, though only to an empty and derelict riverboat. Swear into the microphone! Despite the radio's limited broadcasting area, the filthy and unprintable words from your mouth blast a horrible smell across the country. And at this exact moment, many miles away, a creature's eye snapped open for the first time. The Federal Radio Commission has been born! Oh my god. The wheel's made of plastic. The boat must have been controlled via Captain Dan's central wooden nervous system. Take the wheel. I assume you mean take it with you, not take control of the ship. We got the longerfellow steering wheel. A traditional wooden ship's wheel in a non-traditional location. Your pocket. Wonderful. So, they were trying to kill me? Oh my god. All these stairs remind you of Dante and Virgil's journey. They were the decks of a riverboat. Oh my god, not the Dante's Inferno joke. So, this log has 6 spaces. It didn't... What could the code be? Oh, it said WH, so it might be... Oh, well, that's why it says time of your life. There's no radio in the Wooden Sailor Afterlife. So, I guess we gotta go to the fucking thing. Valley. As you round a clump of mangrove trees, or whatever kind of trees these are, you come face to face with a bearded gatorman in his filthy sack. I should clarify it's a burlap sack, and it doesn't have a face, just a gatorman does. And we gotta buy a sack. We Lord Fetish, nasty pastry. You wouldn't feed this to a dog, though you would throw it at a dog if the dog was clearly a threat. And gator punch. You. Okay, can we try again? With the swamp air now free of the longerfellow's electrical interference, perhaps the compass on the altar is worth another try. Place the compass and think about meat this time. The needle swings, smoothly this time, to the southern arch. I'm coming, meat. Bad dogs? Where am I? Here's a safety deposit box belonging to one Spiral Gershwin. None of these boxes are locked. Guess they moved the budget on the door. We got an old onion sandwich. They probably must have wanted to save it for later. You really don't know how long this was locked away in a safety deposit box, but there's really no good answer. This careful around the stool must be very valuable. The safety deposit boxes here are unused, except for one in the name of Rahila Mirza. You got Gustav's egg! A fabulous Gustave's egg! You thought all of these had hatched by now. One of 52 unique eggs created by Gustav. It is said that if the eggs were ever combined, they would form Gustav's omelet and block out the sun. Deal our moxie and physical damage to an enemy and reduce all its stats by 5 once per fight. Oh my god. This entire row of boxes is reserved to one bug Fairmont. You gain 401 meat. Wealth beyond measure, assuming a measurement system meant that ends at 400. There's one box here in the name of Cecil Rayleigh Tires. You got a dead sea scroll. Just sell it. Just sports over and over again. Normally something like this would be priceless, but I bet you'll find a way to sell it. Most of the boxes here appear empty, but there's a very tempting one labeled simply Calico Ham. I got one person's trash. Is another person's treasure, not yours though. Supposedly another person's treasure, but sure looks like trash to you. Can I open it? Oh my god. There's a safety deposit box here in the name of Mitchell Vanderyacht. A desiccated moth decays quietly in the drawer. Nothing else here. Several of the boxes here appear to a Spencer Robespierre. You got a padded wig. One moxie, generate an extra 1 AP per round. Cover up the syphilis sores in your scalp, but make it fashion. It looks exactly like human hair, but you just can't get rid of that goat smell. One of the safety deposit boxes here belongs to an ER tidy man. You got a roll of duct tape. Add +3 physical armor to a hat. It's nice to have something practical mixed in with all the riches. Several of these boxes are reserved to one Chelsea Holstein Gotorp. It just looks like salt in here. The impenetrable vault door is secured by a simple latch. Lift the latch. The door is unlocked and you can come and go as you please. I do please. The vault is open to visitors. Oh wait. It just looks... Wow! Whoever the Mitchell Vanderyacht is, he took the trouble to bury a moth in a safety deposit box. Makes you think, though not for very long. That's fucking hilarious. Hey, hi, found you. Hi, Gabby. Do I have anything to give to the speakeasy? Sup, boss? You're back, baby. I found this crate of bass oil. I don't think people are gonna like this very much, but you're the boss. I want to see Slee's armor. No. Okay. Let's go to Crystal Dream Lake and then go to the hardware store. You discover a ring of mushrooms growing a strange pattern. You get a circle. And XP. Cool. Hey. Like, no? Oh, 1917? Wait for sale. Fuse, match, plunger, self-adhesive rivets. Okay, what? I'm trying to think. What would the solution to the thing be? Big moist. Oh, we're gonna mud henge again. Well, it's something you don't see every day. A big haunch of raw meat hanging from a tree branch in the middle of a swamp. Or at least I don't see that every day. Maybe you spend more time in swamps than I do. Anyway, not want to let a perfectly good haunch go to waste. You approach it, and with the cartoonist sprawling, you and Gabby find yourself trapped in a big net hanging from the tree. Well, dang it. Oh no! Tear yourself loose. Fortunately, the net is rather shoddily constructed. It's just made of vines, and heck if you're gonna let some stupid vines get the better of you. After a short struggle, you manage to tear the net open, and you and Gabby drop free and escape with the goods. We got swamp haunch. A slab of bone in French from some animal too distasteful to even mention, let alone eat. Can I change my... The altar is what did it say? Overheated from excess compass use and hardened into clay. Accordingly, it is no longer welcome in Mudhenge and will soon be destroyed. Damn it, maybe we should look for Charles again, but also I really wanted to get into the vault, so that's fine. I'm gonna go back to the wrecked riverboat. In a gloomy grove of sunken cypress trees, a well-muscled woman stands waist-deep in the opaque bog. Her hands rest on a pommel of a sword, its blade lodged in the muck. It catches your eye because it's not the type of thing you tend to see on the East Coast. What sword is that? This is the blade of your great aunt. Many moons ago, it was entrusted to my family for safekeeping. Now is yours to reclaim for a cost. Okay, what's the cost? In time, I'll ask you of a boon, and you should be obliged to grant it. Sure, I can do a boon. Let's have the sword. We got the great aunt's great sword. It may or may not have a great aunt, and nobody can deny you have a great sword. The sword has a satisfying heft. You can see why your great aunt liked it so much. But with it comes something quite unsatisfying. Something that makes you almost feel a little queasy and a little cursed. We got... No! You geesed me? It's just a simple magic binding you to your oath. It's a simple magic, binding you to your oath until such a time as I have need of your service. On that day I'll find you. Can't we just do the boon thing now? But she's gone, slipped away into the dark waters of the swamp. Better be a good sword. It's a great sword. Better be a good great sword. So... Shit, what was... I'm trying to think. Standard combination doesn't work. Deckhand padlock these up again. 6 spaces. Standard combination didn't work. So we have maybe, I don't know if we should have eaten this, but I'm just gonna... Oh, deckhand basic. Okay, so... It's day, year. So 14. Oh no, maybe it's not. 0, 0. Month, day. So it should be 040451. I'm gonna eat it when I come back. If I solve this damn thing, I'm gonna eat it. Will I eat it? I don't know. Okay. 0 4 0 4 5 1. I think it worked because the game is being frozen. The lock slips from the door, shattering upon the deck into 1,000 tiny pieces. Inside the stall is a ruined toilet, which is no surprise, but on the back of the door is something quite unexpected. It's a time portal! Let's step through it. You step from the outhouse into a beautiful day. The sky is blue and bright, the glistening deck freshly swabbed, and the passengers hale, hearty and freshly swabbed. You exist in a moment of joy, a frozen tear on a warm cheek. Wow, cool beans. I never met Mr. Longerfellow. Perhaps he is too long to meet. Pencil in hand, the passenger muses over his missive. Read what he's writing. It's a letter in progress. Oh, Martha, I was never fit to be a husband. So long as my mind is cursed to generate my great ideas. For example, if we twist the cow differently, might we produce not milk but cheese? I must be free of our marriage if I am to pursue this notion. I trust this clears up why I dove out of the car so suddenly. If I don't see a whale on this cruise, I will simply throw up. Deckhand that stands where that crow was, or rather will. Afraid there's no access to the promenade right now. The stewards are tastily arranging lunch, with the slightest disturbance could throw out the tastefulness. Well, goodbye. Good truce to you. Fine day for a crab lunch, eh? Huh? Ooh. That crown sparkles like the well-brushed tooth of an ice troll. Fine cruise traveler. Who are you? Who am I? I am multitudes traveler. To one I am one thing, to another another. To some I am a riverboat passenger, to others a countess of the city of clocks. Nice crown. Tiara. Can I have the tiara? I'm sure you can possess it, but I do not believe it can ever be had by anyone. Where'd you get it? It was gifted to me by a scientist who sacrificed his heart for a city that stopped breathing. What city is that? Is dead and buried. Let it remain thus. You seem interesting. Indeed, I bear many curses. How much for the tiara? As a price, yes. 100 meat. Cash. That's more straightforward than I expected. I did not tell you what I want. I tell you what the price is. Okay, I'll buy the tiara. We got glorious tiara. Ooh, shiny is the head that wears his crown. Mysticality, moxie, physical armor. This is a purchase of you by a city from its final countess. I will defend it with my life. She turns and stands to face the waves. Show the ruined tiara we found in the hole. What do you make of this? She barely glances at the tarnished double of her glorious crown. I've looked upon my bones before, and I expect I shall again. Okay, look, this boat's gonna crash. Yes, I think you should not be here when it does. She's not looked at you once this whole time. A fine cruise to you. Goodbye. You don't hear the captain, only sea jazz. The crowd here is too excited about the stairs to let you through. I have a much longer boat than this at home. Damn it. Okay. Please, pal, just be another moment for your crab lunch. The stewards are working overtime to kill the crab. What do you make of Captain Dan? Captain's disciplined, alright? No mistake. I like to joke, but Dan stands for disciplined and no mistake. That's a joke you like to make. No correcto. Do you transform into a crow in the future? Hope not. Let my crow phase by my 20s like any lad. Captain Dan isn't human. There's no worse slur than calling a sailor inhuman. I'll put up with landlubbers slander when we're on your turf, but I won't hear another word of it at sea. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to call him a slur. I think this boat's gonna crash. Sea travel is perfectly safe, I assure you. Statistically, it's more dangerous to ride a motorcycle into the ocean. You have to stop this boat. Stop the boat? The captain wouldn't hear of it. He took this charter to show all of his guests the time of their lives, and that's just what he means to do. Well, goodbye. Good cruise to you. Okay. There's no way to stop it, but that's fine. I don't think we want to stop it, do we? At least we got a cool crown. Too shy about the stairs. Damn it. Inside the outhouse, something both wonderful and strange. Yeah, I don't... Good cruise to you. Fine. Well, I don't think we can change it. But, it's fine. At least, what do we... Oh, the... Where... Isn't it a perk, or where is it? Oh, I guess it's a perk. Because it doesn't really go away after a day. It goes away when we complete whatever that witch wants us to do. But it's fine. We'll do this in another episode. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Make sure you take care of yourself, get enough food, get enough water, get enough rest, and just be kind to yourself in general, because you deserve it. Also, tell someone you love them, because you may not know how much they need it, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!